What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. You're joining Bethany and I at the Rock Hill, South Carolina IONNA Rechargery Relay, I believe this is. And I'm going to give you guys a full site tour here, and then we'll hop in the truck and we'll give you a little bit of a channel fleet update and where we're at with the Lightning and a surprise new addition. So Bethany has to watch our baby boy here, but I'll give you guys a quick tour of this site. So we have 8 Alpitronic HYC 400s. This is the 2-year anniversary celebration of IONNA. So right now, all the chargers are 20 cents a kilowatt hour to use. And with Ford now having plug-in charge, we're going to demonstrate that here. So let me get the truck plugged in while we're here. And we even have some swag. Look at that. Sweet. Well, thank you. And shout out to Patrick and Liv, the electric duo.
Yes. Of course, me and my husband, and I told them about it. They're like, oh, yes, y'all were awesome. Y'all were a perfect duo. And I was like, yeah, we get to be the duo, too.
Yes. Well, thank you. I'm going to get plugged in here. I'm shooting a YouTube video.
Oh, awesome. It's like all of a sudden we've got customers, and we're like, yay!
Yes.
The Cars movie came to mind.
So we'll get plugged in here. I did have to turn plug and charge back on since I normally have it off, since I use Tesla superchargers most of the time on road trips. And I have the Tesla membership, which you don't want plug and charge enabled for. Otherwise, you will get charged the higher rate if you don't activate with the Tesla app with membership. So there we go. Authenticating, plug and charge, preparing to charge. I don't have my iPad running in the truck right now, so I won't be able to show you the details, and we're at like 40-something% state of charge, so we should still get full power. And the nice thing about the Lightning is that even though it's 39 degrees outside and I didn't precondition or anything, we'll still get 500 amps, or at least should. So there you can see we have a Rivian, a Equinox EV. We're ramping up. While that's ramping up, let's see what the Equinox is charging at. So they're at 97 kilowatts. Or sorry, they're at 48 or 60 kilowatts at 48%. Sorry, a little sleep deprived here with a newborn at home still. There we go, ramping up. Charging detail. So it is ramping up there. Might take a moment to get up to full 500 amps since the battery is a little bit on the chilly side. And of course, it doesn't show charging speed or anything on the screen in the Lightning. We'll let that sit. Let me give you guys a tour. So we have a lovely canopy here. It's a nice like V style, which looks really cool. Here you can see this limited time offer, February 7th and 8th, 20 cents a kilowatt hour. And there's the normal 39 cents a kilowatt hour. So it's basically half price, which is awesome. We have one CCS on this side. So this is CCS 8A and B. And then we have NACS over here. So we have 3 NACS units with 6 NACS ports. And we have 5 CCS units, or 10 CCS ports. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3. So 8 units here. Got a Rivian, Equinox, Mach-E. And then over here we have the ABB switchgear from ABB's electrification group. And we have the 2000 kVA transformer. Let's see what the utility is here. So City of Rock Hill. I am familiar with them. I've done some projects with them before. And here we have it. So this is a nice little spot. We've got Chick-fil-A. We've got, I don't know what that is. I think that's Popeyes. And then we've also got some other random stuff here. Chiropractic. I think that's like a little grocery store kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know where you'd go for restrooms. I guess Chick-fil-A or the Bojangles there, which is pretty nice. And then lots of space here. This is a Saturday, so a little bit on the busy side, which was expected. And we've been cooped up here in the Carolinas the last couple weeks with the terrible cold and snow. So definitely people are getting out this weekend, it seems. Let's see if we've ramped up. Not quite yet, but considering we didn't precondition or anything to be getting 117 kilowatt is certainly nothing to be complaining about. So let's hop in the truck. Bethany will move up to the front seat and we'll give you guys a quick channel update, and hopefully our baby boy cooperates. Well, we are on a baby clock here, so there could be screaming at any moment, so we got to make this quick. So the last 2 weeks we've had pretty extreme weather here in the Carolinas. We had a weekend with 5 to 10 inches of snow. I don't know what the final settled number was, but record snow for the most in 20 years, something like that. Crazy amounts of snow. There was the risk of planning for 72 hours of power outages. The next weekend it was very cold again, plan for power outages. And I think the conclusion we came to is, one, babies take up a lot of space, which is really annoying. I don't know how they do this in Europe when they have much smaller cars. And two, the practicality of the Lightning is just unbeatable, at least for the dollar amount. There's really nothing else on the market that can be as practical as this. Silverado, EV, and Cybertruck, of course, come close, but each of those have their own downsides. And while the Lightning is far from perfect, and I have never claimed it to be perfect, definitely watch my reviews if you haven't already. I go over the pros and cons, and there are a whole list of pros and a whole list of cons. I think, at least at the moment, the pros outweigh the cons. It is extremely practical. It's a huge peace of mind having the backup capability for our entire house with the generator inlet and the 9.6 kilowatt output of the Lightning. I mean, it's way cheaper than if we had to buy power walls or backup batteries for the house. Those are expensive. The capability of the truck, just like in snow and everything, not even having to think about anywhere. Like, we can drive through whatever we want, basically. The Model Y could not make it up the driveway in the snow.
Yeah.
I mean, it is rear-wheel drive, so like, and I mean, you don't really plan on having 10 inches of snow in North Carolina, so that wasn't really even a consideration for buying it. He's making all sorts of weird noises back there. And then also we have a road trip coming up, so definitely subscribe if you haven't. We'll have some baby road trip content coming up. We just have a lot of stuff we have to carry all the time, seemingly, which I don't love, but it is just the reality at this point. And yeah, it's just extremely practical. So we're going to keep it for now. I don't know how long we'll keep it. I mean, it could be another 6 months. It could be another 2 years. Who really knows at this point? We'll see what else comes along. And on that note, Bethany, do you have anything to add on the Lightning before we switch to the announcement?
No, I think it's just a helpful car to have in general. Like, no, it does not have FSD, which someone over here must have, but it's still much more practical. And again, the Model Y Lightning duo is definitely a very ideal duo to have, especially not that the winter weather was a normal thing here per se, at least not to that extent. If it is to happen again, it definitely makes you realize that you want the truck around.
Or, I mean, having family in Maine, Minnesota, Florida, all over the place, like,
Yeah.
having a vehicle that if we do need to go to Minnesota or Maine or whatever in the winter, like, it doesn't matter. We can do that no problem and not have a vehicle that would not be able to handle it that well. Because, I mean, we're not putting snow tires on the Model Y, which, sure, you could be fine with a rear-wheel drive Model Y in the snow if you put proper tires on it, but I'm not putting snow tires on a Model Y in North Carolina. That makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Like, if I lived in Minnesota or Maine, sure, I would do that and it would be great. I mean, sure, all-wheel drive would still be better, but it would be totally fine.
Agreed.
But in addition to the Lightning, we are getting another vehicle. I'm not telling you guys what it is yet. I do want to hear what you guys think it is down below. It is a very good deal. You guys are going to be blown away when I tell you guys the deal that I get on this thing. But I think you'll like the content that I have planned for it. I have 10 plus videos already planned with it. And I don't know how long that one will stick around either. I mean, realistically, except for the Model Y that's a lease currently, no vehicle really has a set time in the fleet. It sticks around while it's needed and then goes away when it's not, I guess, is how it goes in my fleet. Bethany would like me to keep cars a long time, but...
I mean, realistically, whatever is my main car will probably stick around once the lease ends.
Yeah. So anyway, if you haven't already, subscribe to find out the next car and for the upcoming road trip. And then of course more Lightning content to come. Comment down below what you guys want to see with the Lightning. I feel like I've covered a lot of what there is to cover with the Lightning, but certainly if there are things that you guys want to see, I'm happy to oblige if reasonable. I did install BluePilot 5.0 on the Comma, so I need to get some more miles with it. Maybe I'll make a video after our coming road trip once I've gotten comfortable with it, understood its quirks and features and all that. Yeah, anything to add? Anyway, 2 years of IONNA, which is very exciting. I was one of the first to charge on IONNA even before IONNA launched, which is pretty cool. So I feel like I had to charge today, even though I didn't really need to, but we weren't that far from one. It's cheap. It's not that much more than home charging at 20 cents a kilowatt hour. I think our home rate with taxes and fees ends up being like 12 to 14 cents a kilowatt hour. So 20 is really
negligible.
Yeah, not really enough to matter more. And I wanted to try out the Ford plug-in charge, which I haven't yet. So that's kind of cool. Though I'll have to turn it back off again probably for the coming road trip if I'm using superchargers. I don't know. We'll see. Anything else to add, Bethany?
Your clock is up.
Yeah, the boy is needing attention, so
right
there we go. Yeah, so congrats to IONNA on 2 years. Subscribe for the upcoming road trip and new addition to the fleet. The Lightning sticking around for at least a bit longer. We'll see how long. And yeah, I look forward to 2026. Lots of videos to come. Even with the baby boy, I plan to still make as much content as I can. My goal is always at least 2 videos per month, but last year I think I posted like 90 something videos, so vastly exceeded that. But if I set a realistic goal, then it's easier to exceed, and then that way I'm not feeling obligated to make content that is just content for sake of content. It's content that I would actually want to watch and that I feel good about making, that I think is useful for you guys. So hopefully you guys feel the same way. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, and real quick, while we're still here, let's just see how much we've charged up. So we're at 64%. And there you can see as the battery temperature came up, it actually went up to 149 kilowatt. And we've already added 24 kilowatt hour in 11 and a half minutes or so. So yeah, looks like they put up a sign, I think I saw them doing here for this 20 cents a kilowatt hour. Yeah, there we go, little sign. So 2 years of IONNA. And I guess I'll have to enter their celebration giveaway.